So you want to own a billboard, buy a steel structure, slap up an ad, and collect a check every month while cars drive past. No employees, no inventory, no customers walking through a door. It sounds like the closest thing to passive income in the real world. Here is the reality. A single well-placed billboard can generate more profit per square foot than almost any other piece of real estate in America, and yet most people who try to break into this business never get a structure in the ground at all. The barrier isn't the sign. It's everything standing between you and permission to build one. Start with location, because in this business, location isn't an advantage, it's the entire product. Traffic count is the currency. A site seeing 80,000 vehicles a day is worth dramatically more than one seeing 15,000, even if the land under it is identical. You're not selling steel and vinyl, you're selling eyeballs, and the Department of Transportation already counted them for you. Every state publishes traffic count data by road segment, and serious operators study it before they study anything else now, the permit. This is where most people quit before they start. Billboard construction is one of the most tightly regulated forms of outdoor structure in the country. Federal law under the Highway Beautification Act restricts new billboards along interstates and federal highways in most areas. On top of that, cities and counties issue their own permits, and many jurisdictions have imposed outright moratoriums, meaning no new billboard permits have been issued in decades. In major metros like Los Angeles or Houston, existing permits sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars on their own before a single pole goes into the ground, simply because no new ones are being granted. This turns billboard permits into their own private asset class, closer to a taxi medallion than a construction license. Assuming you clear that hurdle, you need land, either bought or leased. A ground lease for a high-traffic corner typically runs $500 to $2,000 a month, sometimes more in dense urban corridors. Buying the land outright for a single structure can run anywhere from $50,000 to over $300,000, depending on the market. Then comes construction. A standard steel monopole static billboard costs between $30,000 and $80,000 to build, including the structure, footing, and the printed vinyl face. A digital billboard is a different universe entirely. The LED display, structural steel rated to hold it, electrical service, and control software push total cost to $250,000 to $500,000 per sign. Here's where the economics get interesting. A static billboard in a mid-size market rents to advertisers for $1,000 to $3,000 a month per face, and most structures carry two faces. That's $24,000 to $72,000 a year in gross revenue from one pole. Operating costs are almost nothing by comparison, maybe $3,000 to $6,000 a year for insurance, minor maintenance, and land lease if you don't own the ground. The margins on a paid-off static sign can exceed 70%. Digital billboards change the math completely. Because the screen can rotate 8 to 10 advertisers throughout the day instead of locking in one tenant per face, a single digital structure in a strong market can generate $8,000 to $15,000 a month in revenue, sometimes more in premium urban locations. That's $100,000 to $180,000 a year from one sign. But electricity alone can run $500 to $1,500 a month. And if the LED panel fails, repairs can cost tens of thousands of dollars. The real risk in this business isn't weather, it's occupancy. A billboard with no advertiser generates zero revenue, while the land lease and insurance keep running. Vacancy is the silent killer, and in smaller markets, filling a static face can take months. This is why most billboard owners build small portfolios rather than betting on one sign, spreading vacancy risk the same way a landlord spreads it across an apartment building. Run the honest numbers. A digital billboard costing $350,000 to build, generating $120,000 a year in revenue with $30,000 in expenses, nets $90,000 annually. On a 10-year loan, debt service alone can eat most of that. The people who actually build wealth here are the ones who acquired grandfathered permits years ago, before moratoriums locked out new competition, and who now own an irreplaceable asset that cities can no longer allow anyone else to build. That scarcity, not the sign itself, is where the real money in this business has always lived.